Reading from the Thus Tarot deck. It's nice to welcome back Dale Jackson, International Clairvoyant.
Hello Dale.
Hi Chris. Hi Chris. Nice to see you again. We're going to continue with some card readings now. And so we're on to Scorpio. So I'm going to do 12 cards for Scorpio's year ahead, 2020. So I've shuffled them. I'll shuffle them again. I shuffled them a little bit. Now Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, the planet Pluto, god of the underworld. So there's a side to the Scorpio character where they can keep confidentialities, keep things close to their chest, keep things in the dark kind of thing. They can be quite secretive and defensive, but they're very generous people, and they are usually very loyal as well. Now I'm putting these cards out for 2 rows of 6. So this is for the Scorpio year ahead.
And you have to be given these cards in the first place, don't you, Dale?
Oh yes, and the tarot card. If you're interested in learning tarot or reading tarot, there are plenty of decks around that you can buy. But it was always told to me that to be able to read the tarot, and if you have the gift for it, the cards will come to you. You won't have to purchase them. They might be gifted to you, or you might even find them somewhere, but they will come to you. You won't have to exchange any money for them. These came to me, someone gave them to me a lot of years ago, 40 years ago. A guy, we were talking about tarot, and he said, well, I have a deck somebody gave to me, and he said, I can't use them. I find them very difficult and they're a bit dark. It's the Aleister Crowley deck. And he said, I can't use them, but he knew I did tarot and I was using a different deck. So he said, well, you can have them. If you can use them, you can have them. So when I got this deck, I spread it out on the carpet all around me, and I sat there looking at it, and I thought, wow, this is like I've got the whole orchestra to go at instead of just a piano. So I found them extremely creative, and the cards themselves have the elements immediately. You can see the earth, you can see the fire, you can see the water, you can see the air in the elements very, very quickly. So I found them wonderful to work with. But you'll find the deck that works for you, and hopefully someone will gift some cards to you, and they'll just be the right ones. So here we go. We've got 2 rows of 6, and now I'm going to be doing Scorpio. So Scorpio is October 24th to November 23rd, and for the year ahead. Ruled by Pluto, god of the underworld. And so the characteristics of Scorpio is that they are all or nothing. There's very little compromise with them. They usually know what they want and know how to go and get it. And they're genuine people, but often on the defensive or don't want to give too much away, and they can hold confidentiality, other people's confidentiality, and they value that in life. So on this reading, which is going to be very powerful, because we have a couple of aces in the lineup. The Ace of Cups, which is for love and romance and celebration. The chalice there, bubbling over. 2 rings on, symbol of a commitment, if you want to make a commitment and celebrate. So open the champagne, there's the card to have a big party. It's also on an aspect with a ring, a gold ring. We've also got togetherness here on the adjustment card, the scales, Libra. But we've also got another gold ring, another ace. So look, we've got 2 gold rings, 2 aces, Wheel of Fortune, harmony, commitment, balance. So there's some good cards there indicating a good year to make a commitment. To start with the first card, the Emperor. It shows a very proud man of success, someone who's made good in the world and is very warm and generous. And on the front card is kind of saying, well, I've got some proposition or some offer to make. So here is this wonderful character, strong, authoritative man, this Emperor card. He's holding the golden key to something very good. There's money on the card. So it's a symbol of wealth and success and generosity. So look out for this person around you, someone very special and successful who might have something that they can present to you or offer to you. It might be something to do with money or earnings. It's on an aspect with the Ace of Money. So it might be some proposition to make money or to do something which will prosper. And so the Emperor starts on this reading as someone very influential. The second card is good for communications, and especially if you know people overseas or across water. We've got the Wings of Mercury, communication, and here's the turmoil around this watery card, and then it goes calmer here, much quieter. So here's quite an emotional character. It's a man, and it's a male card, and he's saying, well, he's got lots of emotion going on, but he's wanting to go forward and he needs to talk. So if you're a water sign man, well, Scorpio, Cancerian or Pisces, if you're a water sign, the time now is to take the reins and talk. And you might find you're on the defensive because the card on aspect to it is defending your position or depending where you're coming from, defending where you're coming from. But 3 months into the new year, March time, we've got a fabulous aspect to do with a real curveball. So this card comes in, the Star, and it's like the water carrier or an Aquarius kind of a picture. The world is your oyster. Wish on this star. Discovery. Go places you've never been before. Go and explore areas and people and situations that you've never really had experience of. It's a very good card to join clubs and societies and groups of people. Again, experimenting, something new, something to get involved in, but it is new, adventurous discovery, a territory of discovery. So 3 months into the year, March, you've got your wild card, you've got your wild head on, and you might want to search the world or go places and discover new and exciting things to do. It's also a card to do with altruism, which is to do with helping people and doing good and helping those worse off than yourself, and it's very spiritual in that help. So you might find if you're a healer or someone who does crystal healing or any of the alternative therapies or holistics, this is a good time in March for you to broaden out, explore, and maybe get qualifications and so on. And then we go with the flow. We turn on, we're still on a water card here. We've got the Princess of Cups. Here she is, going with the flow. She's like riding the wave, as it were. And we've got all sorts of spiritual symbols, the swan and so on. So this is gentle Pisces, romantic Pisces card. So it's saying Neptune, of course, ruler of Pisces. So this card is very Neptunian, which is very much to do with clairvoyance, the psychic, things of the other realms, and it's put that into practice. And go with the flow as well, but you're spreading the light there, and your own persona will give off a healing quality, and others around you will sense some warmth and love that is a healing thing. The next card, the Ace of Cups, splendid card, love and romance. Here's the cup of champagne, saying my cup runneth over, I'm uncorking the champagne, what a celebration, what a party, how fabulous. This is happiness all around, very good for weddings, 2 rings, engagements, commitments and so on. But above all, it's just enjoy yourself, let it all hang out, don't get too drunk. But it's throw the cares to the world and just enjoy yourself. The cup of love, my cup runneth over. And next to it is another symbol of harmony and the Libra scales of adjustment, a 2-edged sword, justice and fairness, but equalities, adjustment, don't tip the scales too much, believe in equality and so on. So this is a card of balance. It's also a good card for legal matters, the law, do things according to the law, and things will be fair. Justified decisions will be made. If you need a solicitor or anything like that, if you want to make a legal commitment, we've got a gold ring, we've got the cup of love. So it's very good for marriages or hand fasting or any of these kind of commitment things to do with relationships. And a blessing here from the priestess. So, 2 rings, 2 aces, love and money, commitment, balance and harmony. A big key factor in this year ahead. There's a little wobble here, so 6, 7, 8 months into the year, we've got kind of on the defensive feeling that you're feeling uncertain or unsure, falling off this pedestal a little bit, defending what's coming at you, as if the storms hit everything and it's you on defending, protecting your position. The sword again will be representing the things to do with legal matters or work or business. So it's saying make sure you've got things right, that you understand paperwork, read between the lines and so on, and be able to pinpoint things that you don't feel are right, but you want proof of. When you've got the swords, it's saying, where's the proof? Give me the paper. It's all right. Words are only one thing. I want the proof. So someone telling you something here might be to do with money or an agreement or a signed document. You want the proof, or you want things in order. Then we've got this card here, the Queen of Discs, shows perhaps an older lady, and it's got a Capricorn picture here, and which is the goat on the mountain. So this is a solid earthy card, and of course the mountain goat will wear the same path out all the time as it goes up and down the mountain. It doesn't like to change or vary its course. You just go on the same course, wearing out the same footpath up the mountain. So work within the restraints of what you know, cut your coat according to your cloth, and you will get to the top of the mountain however long it takes. The Queen of Discs here shows a person that will live within boundaries and rules, and doesn't like change or doesn't like things to be very, very different. It is on an aspect with this card originally that was to do with diversity and things being a bit of a wild game over here. And then it settles down to tradition over here. So we've 2 opposites here. We've got anything goes, and then we've got stick to tradition. So during the course of this year, you might feel a bit wild and free at the beginning, and then start to settle down in the second half. Then we get a crossroads indicated for work or business matters, and this Knight of Swords comes into the picture. So some young man might come in with some information, things written down, the swords there saying this is maybe a legal document or words that are meaningful and have some form of some sort, but it's saying double check. Don't take words, double check. We're back to the idea of caution, double check, where's the proof? Then we get the blessing with the Priestess card. Lovely card. It's a chalice, which is a feminine symbol of receptivity, passiveness. We've a lectern here, so it's a good card for the teacher, or giving spiritual healing, or blessing people and giving information, clear information, crystal clear information. So the Priestess is a lovely card, cool. It's like the Virgin Queen, or the Ice Queen. It's someone who's just there and don't touch. I'm blessing you. We can look but don't touch, and I'm very cool. And it's that sort of a card, but it's around all this love aspect. So it's a kind of pure love situation between people. So commitments, relationships is saying, well, it's pure love. It's crystal clear love. And then there's the signing up or agreeing to or rounding up things, tying up the loose ends, putting the ring on the finger, making a commitment. The Wheel of Fortune is saying, well, this is lovely outcome, a fortunate outcome. 2 rings in the picture, agreements in the picture, 2 aces, love and money. So it's saying out of the blue, there will be something presented to you this year which is a bit wild, not expected, couldn't plan it, but take the opportunity that comes from that feeling in the March time and discover new friendships and new ways of doing things, because there's some fabulous cards for harmony, commitment and love.
Thank you very much, Dale.
Thank you. Here we are again doing tarot card readings. First of all, I'd like to let people know how they can get an individual reading done for themselves or a reading done for couples, and the information I need to be able to do it for them. So what I need from people is an email to the Dale Jackson Way at virginmedia.com, and I want them to send me their name, date of birth and 12 numbers between 1 and 32 in any order. Those will be the cards that I set out. I count from the deck and put out 12 cards. The cost is £50 for a reading, and also a reading for couples. So if they have a question, you can put a question. But to get a reading, I need the information, date of birth, name and 12 numbers between 1 and 32. Then I'll do your reading from those numbers, and it'll be towards you and the birthday influences and so on.
And it needs to be in your PayPal account.
Yes, the £50 can go to my PayPal account, which is the same as my email address, the Dale Jackson Way at virginmedia.com.
And that's international.
And that's worldwide, yes, international. We've done loads and loads. I get repeats as well after a year, so if you want to keep the information, it's always nice to hear from people again and also get some feedback, which is, I usually get very, very good feedback. So good luck to everybody. Your 12 numbers, your date of birth, and £50 into the Dale Jackson Way at virginmedia.com, and I'll do my best for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dale.
For your tarot reading from all over the world, contact Dale Jackson International at the Dale Jackson Way at virginmedia.com.